Hello guys, today I am presenting David and Goliath. This is the story of courage and faith. Alright, who was David? Well, David was a young shepherd from Israel. He looked after his father's sheep. He was also the youngest son of Jesse. David later became one of Israel's greatest kings. Yeah, that's crazy, from a young shepherd to the one of the greatest kings. Now, who was Goliath? Well, Goliath was a giant warrior from the Philistines. And by the way, the Philistines were the opposing team of the Israelites. Now, he was over 9 feet, about 2.7 meters tall, according to the Bible. Yeah, that's not the average human size, is it? Look how tall he is. He wore heavy armor and carried powerful weapons. He challenged the Israelites to send a champion to fight him. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to fight him. Now let's look at Goliath's challenge. For 40 days, Goliath challenged the Israelite army. He also mocked and frightened the soldiers of the Israelite army, as you can see in the picture. No one was brave enough to fight him. King Saul, over here, and his army were afraid. Now, David looks all of this and says, you know what, I'm going to step forward. Why is everyone scared? So David came to visit his brothers in the army. And when he heard Goliath's challenge, David believed God would help him. And he volunteered to fight the giant. Now, while you're reading through this, David would just believe God would help him. He had all of that faith. And he just volunteered without anyone telling him to. So, we should always have faith in God as well. Now, when King Saul heard this, he thought it was a joke at first. So let's look at David's weapons. So, when King Saul thought he was serious, he gave David some armor. But David refused to wear the armor. And instead, he has carried a sling, as you can see, 5 smooth stones over here, and his shepherd's staff. David trusted his skill and faith instead of heavy armor. Again, faith, because we always trust in God. Now let's look at the battle between David and Goliath. Now, when Goliath first saw him, he laughed at how young he was and how small he was. Now, David got a bit tired of this and he ran towards the giant. While he was running, he placed a stone in his sling and fired with faith. The stone struck Goliath on the forehead. Then Goliath fell to the ground. Now, let's look at David's victory. The Israelites celebrated David's success, and the Philistine army fled. David became famous throughout Israel. His courage inspired many people. I think we know how he's going to be a future king now. Now let's look at some lessons we can learn from David and Goliath. We should always trust in God, even when we're facing difficult challenges. God can use ordinary people to do extraordinary things. Faith is more powerful than fear. Courage comes from believing that God is with us. we should rely on God's strength rather than our own abilities. With God's help, we can overcome obstacles that seem totally impossible. Now let's look at a Bible verse from 1 Samuel 17-47. The battle is the Lord's. This is a beautiful verse, as we just know that whatever we fight, God is also with us. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and listening.